EGM Network.
Honestly, without Treasure Coast Community Health, I think we'd be a much poorer community in terms of our health. We're always striving to fill the gap for everyone in the community, rich or poor.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Community Conversations. Every week I come to talk with wonderful people that live and work in our community, and oftentimes I can draw a direct connection to the health benefits that they are bringing to us. This week, it's a little bit more of a stretch, but I'm going to let you guys judge for yourself in terms of whether it was noteworthy. I think it's going to be a great conversation because it is a part of where we live and work. Tiffiany Welsh is a deputy with the Indian River Sheriff's Department and officers. I always screw up this first part. So welcome, Tiffiany.
Thank you. Thank you, Vicki.
So you've been with IRC Sheriff's Office for how long?
For 4 years. So I have a total of 10 years of experience. I'm dual certified. So I'm corrections and law enforcement, but right now I do juvenile services for our agency. And I'm part of our community affairs unit.
Well, as I told you, when I drove up, I saw the sheriff's car, truck, whatever you want to call it, vehicle out there, and it's more pink than it is black.
Yes, so that's our new breast cancer awareness car. We had a previous one. The wrap was getting a little bit old and disheveled, so we came out with a new one. And the best part about that one is it's completely sponsored by our local businesses.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah.
And, you know, the timing couldn't be better since it is just past October, which all the women in town recognize as Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
So you're keeping that tradition and that awareness up front and visible everywhere you travel.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're not just working with youth.
No, I'm not. And the car will be on display at our Pink in Paradise Breast Cancer Gala on the 9th at the IG Center. So if anyone wants to come out and see it, it'll be there.
That's awesome. And again, I have to recognize all the healthcare professionals in our community that do everything they can to not only increase awareness, but make sure that barriers to having women's health care and services are there. So I want to take just a moment to say thank you to all of you that help support Treasure Coast Community Health's annual Duck Derby. It was a fantastic event this past week. And again, those service fundings will help women with mammography. So if you're a little bit behind, you just can't figure out how to make that happen when your children's toes are growing out of their shoes and you've got some food issues or whatever it is that you're thinking, I need to reserve that money. I don't have time or money to do it for myself. Think again. The whole community's behind you. Step in and make an appointment at Treasure Coast Community Health. We'd be happy to help you. So again, this next November...
It's November 9th at the IG Center, and it's from 7 to 11. You can actually purchase tickets for the gala on their website. It's called Pink in Paradise.
Another great way to support the initiatives here.
Yes, ma'am.
So we are always in Indian River County looking for ways to do better. And so I'm really interested in hearing about your youth services and what kinds of things you and the sheriff have got in mind for this next year.
So this is a new program that we started. It's our Juvenile Services Unit. So we're monitoring at-risk youth and then all those juveniles that have been placed on probation status. So we work hand in hand with DJJ and the JPOs, going out doing curfew checks, making sure our kids stay in compliance and they have successful completions on their probation.
So as long as you mentioned the curfew.
Yes.
And we all know that sometimes our youth have trouble remembering facts accurately.
Yes.
Could you tell the parents who may be getting conned what's the curfew ages and time limits?
Well, so it's different depending on what the judge wants to place as a sanction. So some start at 6 p.m., others 7, and others 8.
Okay.
But it'll be one of those 3 hours, and it usually goes until 6 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you for the reminder and for informing the rest of the community that that is one of the ways that we're trying to keep our youth under control until they have more self-control.
That's a little difficult for them sometimes.
It absolutely is. And, you know, I would be remiss if I didn't say how much I've learned about brain chemistry through organizations like the Moonshot Community Action Network. They focus on the younger children, obviously, in terms of reading skills and those types of things. But the reality is that as we move into the older children, we get reminded that many of them don't have that frontal cortex working well until they're in the middle of their 20s. So until that time, we're still supposed to guide and love and tolerate some combination of that going forward. So tell us about this program that helps support that.
So the great thing is we're starting a new program. It's called Teen Court. So it's still in the beginning stages. It has not been started yet. We're working with our community partners. So our idea is it's a court where you're judged by your peers. So it's for first-time misdemeanor offenses only. Other counties do felonies, second and third charges.
Got to walk before you can run.
Yes, we need to start out small, and then we'll see where it grows. So it's going to be for first-time misdemeanor offenses. The kids run the courtroom. So the kids are the prosecution, your defense attorneys, your jury. The only adult that participates is the actual judge, and we have one of our local juvenile judges that has agreed to help us with the program, which is fantastic.
Yes.
Yes. And these kids get community service hours, so it goes towards Bright Futures. So if you're on the jury, you get 3 hours. If you're an attorney, you get 4 hours. And so Polk County has this program going right now. They have a 1.87% recidivism rate and then a 98% success rate.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah. So it's been proven that it works.
Okay.
Seminole County does it as well. They have a gigantic program, lots of different fingers in different areas, and that's where we want to grow to.
Okay.
So
when you talk about different fingers, are you talking about the different types of misdemeanors that they might be getting in trouble with?
Yes, ma'am. So they have mental health court. They have drug court. So
For the youth?
Yes, for the youth.
Ah.
Yeah, it's surprising, but a lot of these kids, you know, THC pens right now are a big epidemic with our kids. So we're working with our community partners.
Like the school district?
The school. Oh, yes. That's yes. We work hand in hand with them.
Vaping pens and where it's not allowed and where they get in trouble for it.
Yeah, we have such a great partnership with them. So we also have a really good partnership with the Substance Awareness Council. Mm-hmm. We have one of our lieutenants, actually. He works hand in hand with them on their board, and we're constantly going back and forth, figuring out different ways to help these kids.
Well, and I have to give a shout out to them. They're a strong partner for Treasure Coast Community Health as well.
Yes.
But you will be hearing that they are changing the name of their organization to Thrive, which really just says it all. They're really focused on helping people thrive from wherever they're at to where they want to be. And so I'm thrilled that you mentioned them as part of the partnership for the youth as well, because we always think about bad things only being dealt with at the adult level. And parents are supposed to deal with their kids. And while that's true, what's that saying about it takes a village?
It does.
It really does. And peer influence, we know, works very well with youth, better sometimes than with adults.
It does. And the Substance Awareness Council right now, they have a diversion program, and we're looking to partner with them to help us with our teen court as well. But for the diversion program, the kids can go up to 3 times as long as they have successful completions in the past.
It's sort of like when an adult gets a speeding ticket, they can go back instead of getting the points on their license. They can take a course and it kind of goes away. So that's a similar kind of thing in the diversion.
It is. And they have anger management courses. They do drug screens. It depends on what the kids get charged with.
Okay.
But they have different programs that have been proven to help these kids.
And so when you talk about that existing program versus what you guys are looking at, you know, as a parent, as a business person, I love the idea of kids being able to participate in our governmental democracy. It kind of brings it all to life. But at the same time, I wonder then if the youth is convicted, I'm not sure what you call it in that court pseudo setting, then what kind of punishment is dealt out?
So
or is it not?
They get punished.
Okay.
They do. You can get community service hours. You can take different classes. They have one class, it's called the growth mindset, and it's a workbook that the kids have to do. So that'll be part of the teen court program.
Okay.
You have apology letters, curfews. Okay. You have to maintain good grades, good behavior, things like that. So there is sanctions. And there's sanctions even for the diverse. That word
so much better. Thank you. It just wouldn't come to mind.
No, it's fine. But even for the Substance Awareness Council, they have classes there too. They have a little bit longer classes, and they're proven to work as well. So
yeah, the whole idea is to give them an opportunity to have a do-over, to learn from it and move on. And it sounds like the majority of kids that go through the court system, their court system, learn from that.
Yes. And the great thing with the teen court is they're going to go through the court because it's going to be in a courtroom setting, but they never have to go through the judicial process. So we're not clogging up our courts with our juvenile cases that really shouldn't be handled through the judicial system. And we can help these kids get it taken care of this first time without ever having to accrue all of those court costs.
Well, and again, being an older parent, it's hard for me to describe, but I have real empathy for the way punishments used to be meted out and the lifelong consequences to those individuals. We've learned a lot as time goes on. But there are still many people who can't vote, who have a felony on their record, which today might have been addressed a lot differently through a program like this.
Yeah, definitely. These kids don't understand that their juvenile record follows them. So when they're going to try and get into the military looks at their charges, and some of them won't accept them based off of something minor that they may have done when they're 14, 15 years old.
Exactly. And you can talk, and parents do. And, to a degree, we talk, they listen, but how long it sticks is another question.
Yes. Well, it will stick when they're put on probation up until their 19th birthday, or the judge can put them in a residential program up until their 21st birthday.
Well, and how you're judged by your peers makes so much more sense.
It does.
Than some it's not arbitrary, but in their mind, it's that arbitrary court system, the bad guys over there, as opposed to the people that they respect and value of their own age.
Yes, and it's great. So we visited Polk County and Seminole County, and we watched their teen court, and we talked to a lot of these kids because part of the sanction is jury duty. So, and a lot of them were doing their jury duty. So we spoke to a couple of them, and they said that they actually wanted to participate once they were done with their sanctions because they love the program that much.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to take a short break for a word from our sponsors. And when we come back, we'll continue this conversation. Treasure Coast Community Health in-house pharmacies have the lowest prices in Indian River County, even lower than big box pharmacies. Taking your medication as prescribed leads to better health. Affordable medicine makes it easier. Treasure Coast Community Health patients can pick up medicine as they leave the office or use free delivery and mail order services. Pharmacists are always available to answer questions. Switch to TCCH pharmacies. Save money, stay healthy. 772-257-8224 and ask about our price match.
Ho, ho, ho! Vendors, join our merry market at Downtown Friday's Winter Wonderland, presented by GHO Homes and Main Street Vero Beach. Shoppers are ready to unwrap some special finds. Live music with Johnny and the Blaze, food trucks, reindeer games, and a visit from Santa. Ho, ho, ho! Vendors, heat up those sales. Book your space at Downtown Friday's Winter Wonderland. Black Friday, November 29th at 6 p.m. downtown Vero Beach. Ho, ho, ho!
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs in all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal Coastal Living, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens and Polywood. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a huge fall sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of brand name closeout and sale items. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine.
And welcome back to Community Conversations. If you're just joining us, my name is Vicki Soule. I'm the CEO of Treasure Coast Community Health, where we provide primary medical, dental, behavioral health, pharmaceutical services at great discounts. We have vision exams, not just screenings. Everything that you might want conveniently packaged in one location, although we have 8 of them around town. And so our goal is to improve the health of the community by removing barriers. So we have language assistance, we have sliding fee scale discounts, and we have loving, caring professionals that would like to see you come back over and over again as part of our medical primary care health family. In addition, because I've got a sheriff's officer here today from Indian River County, I do want to say thank you to Sheriff Flowers for giving us the opportunity also to provide health care at our local jail. These are folks that live and work in our neighborhoods. They had an opportunity to screw up a little bit or a lot, but health care should be everybody's right. To be taken care of, regardless of their setting. And so we're very pleased to have dedicated staff there and have gotten wonderful reviews, as it were, on little postcards saying thank you. We really appreciate it. So your taxpayer dollars are at work in a very beneficial way. So, Tiffany, welcome back after the break. You've been telling us about the youth program that you're trying to get off the ground. But I know that the sheriff and his crew have been doing lots of wonderful things. So tell us more. Tell us about something else you're involved in.
Well, we have so many different programs. One of our really great ones, it's called the Citizens Academy. It's a 14-week program that we put on. Anybody is welcome to join. You just have to fill out an application, and it's found on our website. Okay. But it's an educational and informative program about the criminal justice program. You come to the sheriff's office, you have different speakers from different units. You learn all about what the sheriff's office does. You get tours, the jail, our special operations center, the courthouse, and then at the end you get dinner and a graduation. So it's a great little program just to get a little bit more information about what we do.
Yeah, because everybody makes their opinions and their judgments off of what we see on TV, because it's there every week. And yet, while lots of it is truthful, it's a very one-sided approach and not necessarily the way we operate in this very special place of Indian River County. So that's nice. What's the youngest age of participation that you've had? Children with parents?
Yeah, we've actually had some kids in their 20s. Okay. I still call them kids because they're still young. But probably about their 20s is about the youngest.
It's like an ongoing civics course.
It really is. And it's every Wednesday night from 6 to 9. And it's just the 14 weeks. but everybody seems to love it. And we've actually had a couple people wanting to come back.
Very nice.
Yes.
So you mentioned as you were walking in the door something about a RAD program.
Me too.
What's RAD stand for?
So RAD program, we have 3 different programs that we do: RAD Women, RAD Kids, and RAD Senior. So RAD Women, it stands for Rape, Aggression, Defense. And it's a defense program for the civilian women just to help protect yourself a little bit. A lot of times women think that, we're strong, we're meek, we can't protect ourselves against men. And that's just not the truth. So we teach you different techniques. We teach you how to use your voice, which is your number 1 tool. And a lot of women just don't know how to yell. So we teach you how to yell.
Well, that's wonderful to know, because occasionally I will see it at one of the health clubs, a self-defense class. But this is from the experts that deal with this every day.
Yes. It's a 4-day program. So the first day we do a little bit of PowerPoint. It's some security mindset around the home, your car, things like that. And then we get into the physical techniques of it. The next couple days is all technique work, so it's all physical. And then the last day we run you through a couple scenarios. So we have aggressors.
Consecutive days?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So it's the 4 days, and it's 12 hours total.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not all day, every day for 4 days.
No,
okay.
no.
As a working person, I was like, do I have to cross that one off my list? I can't do 4 in a row.
We normally run the classes from 6 to 9 p.m. That way you can come after work.
And old people like me could come?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I just had an 83-year-old woman in there, and I swear she had more energy than some of my 20-year-olds.
And how would we sign up for something like that?
So it's actually through me. You can find our information on our website, and we post all of our flyers online. The Sheriff's Office app is a very good resource. So if you download the app, then you always get updated information on all the different programs that we have coming on.
So if I were to... technology slow. So if I went to the App Store, then I'd look for Indian IRC Sheriff?
Yep, Indian River County Sheriff's Office, and it'll pop right up.
Okay.
So we have that. We also had RAD Kids.
Okay.
So we teach kids the same thing. It's different techniques based on their age group. And again, it's just like the women. So they have scenarios at the end, and the parents get to come and watch the scenarios.
Love it. And what's the age range for that sign up?
So we have 2 different age groups. We do 5 to 7 and then 8 to 12.
Okay.
For our women's group, we start at age 13 and go up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to ask about the seniors group now.
So seniors, we really don't have an age. It's based off of what you think that you can do.
But again, some self-defense kinds of things?
Yes. But it's more guided towards our, brittle bones.
Okay.
So it's, guiding your arm a little bit more whenever you do a block or things like that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, that is a rad program, I have to say, because you just never know. We think we live in paradise, but there's no borders,
No, there's not. And it can happen anywhere.
Right. Bad people can come into our county anytime.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful for the license plate checkers.
Oh, yes. Those are wonderful.
We get them out of our county as well. So thank you, Tiff. I really appreciate this. Any last words before we wrap up?
I also wanted to bring up our CPR class for civilians.
Okay.
So we also have that. We run those on Sundays, and you can find our information on that on our website for that as well.
Or on the app. Got it. Okay. Thank you so much. And thank you for being with us. I hope this was as informative as I found it for all of you out there. Again, share the resources with your friends and family. And you can always give us a couple of thumbs up on our Facebook post of this and share it out as well. So we'll be back next week, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you.